Okay, so, pretty sure we should be live. 60 FPS. Okay. So, I am live. It says -3 minutes, so we'll just give it some time a little bit. And, I will make an announcement, I guess. Okay. Okay. So I put that in the Discord, and, I guess I should tweet. Let's see. I was kind of on time. It's about 8:35. I wanted to start streaming at 8:30, but you know, I was trying to create cards so that I can link people to our whatever it's called to our website. But, let me check OBS and make sure that we're not going to have any problems with audio, because I'm about to start playing a playlist that I just found. But I'm trying to make it non-copyright, so I don't get flagged or anything. Okay. Okay, I'm just, sorry if it's taking a little bit, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not going, like, overboard with the audio. I think that the audio could be a little bit louder. I'm just doing, like, some self-assessments. So that should be good. So yeah, if it's a little bit too loud, just let me know. Hey Luke. So I guess we should begin. I did get some suggestions from Luke, actually, and I wanted to see if I can integrate them today, and YouTube's players being so it would be a minute. But yeah, so looks like I found a permissions thing that seems to be specific to my faction specifically, so I'll do that as soon as I can. I completely forgot because I've been busy recently. /wild. Probably gonna do /fwild so we don't have to. I'm just gonna call it wilderness and I'm gonna have an alias for wild. But yeah, the wild thing, I think it should work perfectly fine, because usually there are problems with, like, chunks not loading, but I did preload a lot of the chunks that way so we don't have issues with TPS drops and lag and all that kind of stuff. And hey Laura. But yeah, I don't think there should be any issues. So it'll just be description. I just wanted to see something, because I'm trying to recall, okay, so it's just location, and we're gonna have a cooldown of, I think, like a minute or something, that was so people aren't constantly spamming it. Public set, final. So, getting a random location, I haven't done this since UHC, and I'm pretty sure I failed at it. So, I'm going to just redo it, I guess. I'm also going to make a custom world border myself rather than relying on world border. That way so that we don't have any problems with importing the wrong location. But yeah, I'm gonna need to do that. I also need to make a survival games deathmatch border because apparently I haven't done that yet, and I've been putting it off for the longest time. So yeah, we could do. Yeah, let's make a. I think it was like 1,000 block diameter or something. Border equals 500. And I hate this, but I think I'm going to have to use while loops. Because there's never a case where it's good. Public boolean with it is within border. Return get. I'm gonna have to use a word there. Get spawn location. Come on. This computer is really slow right now. I need to figure out how I can speed this up a little bit. Okay, so that should work. Okay. We're gonna also have a random because I don't have like a random within our code base, which I really want to do, or I really should do. But you know. Okay. So it needs to be within the border. I don't think it should be within the spawn. So we can do a check if its current location is within a special zone, like a war zone or a safe zone, and there is a method for that because we store the UUID of things like of custom factions. Safe zones and war zones are stored in a UUID, or actually they're just stored in general. And I can show you right here. We save the safe zone and the war zone. And so what's done is when we create the safe zone and the war zone, we actually get it by name. So yeah, but if it doesn't exist already, we create it and also set it. I just screwed that up. But yeah, we should be able to check. So let's go ahead and get this done. Double X equals random next int. Within factions.border, I think. We could also do it per instance, actually. I think that would be a good idea. Because then we can have different factions instances with larger, I can't open reports to close them. I wouldn't worry about reports. I can't open them either, but you can do /reports close and then the number, I think. The band manager is not the greatest. But yeah, private int border. And we can do, I think it throws a null pointer exception, so we can catch an exception. We can just catch everything and set the border to be 500. And otherwise, it would be instance.get, or it'd be integer to parse int. Yeah. And then that would be instance.get properties.get property factions border. So we can specify a border now. And I'm going to go ahead and actually do that just for the sake of stuff. Factions, plugin, instances, Premiere. So, factions border equals 500. So now we have a 500 radius, and we can change it based on the faction server that we're talking about. That way, so we can, you know, it can just be changed in case we want a bigger border in certain areas or in certain instances. So if we ever expand beyond Factions Premiere, we'll definitely be able to have like bigger worlds and stuff if we wanted to. And for those wondering why this can be changed to the private. But if you were wondering why it says a world here, and why not just getting the world of the server, we are planning on having Nether, so I would rather prepare for that than like kill myself later. So yeah, and we need to have a getter for that, I think. Through it, and the Z will be like that, and the Y will have to be handled automatically. We're going to start it at 256, and we're going to decrement it until we hit a safe area to put the player. And I'm also going to do like the UHC thing, where if you spawn on water, it gives you a boat or something, perhaps. And it will also put glass underneath you. That way, so you're at least getting like a head start on trying to get out of the ocean that you may be in. So it's not that bad. So we're gonna have a double y equals 2, 6. So while y is greater than 0, so y minus minus. So what that's going to do is it's going to decrement y, starting at 256, and it's going to go down, and as soon as it hits 0, it's going to break out of that, and we're going to rely on whatever y is there. And if y, I guess we can check if y is equal to 0, then we can just return another get location. So or we could also just have a location and check if it's null, and only set the location if it's safe. If location equals null, then we'll return another get location. Hopefully this doesn't cause a stack overflow or anything like that. I'm really hoping that it doesn't. Then again, it's completely based on the case of the situation. But I highly doubt it will. I think that it causes a stack overflow at like 100 or something. So it gets like 100 tries. I could also make my own like tries thing, but you know, that's not really practical. At least not now. Oh, what the hell, why not? Okay. I'm gonna narrow it down a little bit. If tries is greater than or return location. We're gonna do tries plus plus. So what it's going to essentially, well, we could start by fixing this. Get wilderness location 0 factions. What it's essentially going to do is it's going to have a tries, and if it's greater than 10, we're just going to return null. And in the code, we're also going to check if it's null, and if it's null, usually it means that it failed. So we're just going to say that we can't get a wilderness location right now. Obviously, it could be lying, but you know. And what it's essentially going to do is it's going to try to find a location that's safe for the player to spawn in. So like, we're not going to be able to, we shouldn't want to spawn in the middle of the air, we don't want it to spawn in lava and stuff like that. And like I said earlier, we're going to have a thing to prevent people from like drowning, having issues with water or something. But yeah, that should really be it. You don't have a world. Again, we want to prepare for the nether, so oops. World.get block at XYZ. I need to cast it to an integer, I think. What's this? Oh, and this needs to be done prior. We can cast. Kind of stupid, but no. Wait. Block. If block.get type equals material, or we could do .name.contains lava. So if it is a type of lava, if you don't know, there are two different types of lava. There's stationary lava, which is lava that's just sitting there and not spreading. Because Minecraft mechanics, they spread the lava over like 4 blocks or something. And then that's stationary lava that doesn't flow. Lava does flow, and there are 2 different types of lava, essentially, but, yeah. Otherwise, we're just gonna break out of this, and, here we could do location equals sample. We're just gonna have some checks before here. Or block, get location. Get block, and now we're gonna check if it's water. Oh, hey. And we can set the type to material dot, whatever it's called, glass, and I think we should also pass a player, more variables to introduce, right? Because we want to be able to add a boat to the inventory. I want to have a utility eventually for giving items so that they automatically drop on the ground. So I'm going to make that real quick. By the way, I'm not even on Minecraft right now, so yeah. If is inventory full, then actually, I'm just trying to make it simple, but at this point, I'm kind of done. Oh my god, I'm failing at typing right now. Get world.drop data at the location of the player with that specific item. ToxicPVP.give item to the player, and it will just be a boat. One boat, specifically. I'm not breaking out of this. No, breaking just exits this while loop without caring about whatever's in here. So if we break out of it, we won't have a location, and therefore location will still be null, and therefore we're just going to try it over again, because clearly the X, Y, and Z, yeah. But, yeah. And the reason that we're decrementing and not incrementing is because of the fact that, we want to start it from a high location because we don't want them to spawn in a cave. But yeah, we can do if block.get type.name. .get type equals null, or block.get type or equals material.air. So if we're still in the air, then we can continue searching, and continue will just skip everything underneath it and go on to the next one. Although, pretty sure I want to decrement this before we do that, or else we're just gonna have an infinite loop. Kind of inefficient, but that's wilderness. So we can have a random location. Get wilderness location, and it will be for the player, their current world, and the faction that we have set up. And we're gonna make this we're gonna make the more advanced one private. And oh yeah, if location equals null, we're going to send a message. I do not have character map open, so I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Copy. We gotta follow that format. We could not find a location to teleport to. Now we're going to load the chunk, I think. We want to load it just in case. And then we're going to request a teleport. Actually, we could just teleport it. I think the chunk should already be loaded, and if it isn't, then it should be loaded pretty quick because it's already preloaded. So we're just gonna rely off of essentials, I guess. I don't actually have the essential. I can't remember how I did it like a week ago. So I think we did it in home. Okay. Yeah. So we need essentials in order for it to work, but you know, most faction servers should have essentials or something along those lines. This is annoying me. You should be... You are now being teleported to a random location. Okay. And I forgot about the timeouts, so we can... I have a feeling it won't matter. We can always add it later. But it's just another thing that I really don't feel like doing. It's not out of laziness, it's just out of like... It's going to be really hard to maintain because since it's I would use a static map. It wouldn't even really matter actually, but it's static. So if we switched to a different factions instance, we would have to wait. We would still have to wait the 60 seconds unless we like had a quit event or something like that. But that would just be a whole nother mess. But it can be done. Anyway, we're gonna register the command. I'm probably gonna do it a little bit higher up in the help list. Probably right here. Wilderness. And I think I'm almost out of coffee. That's not good. Okay. And it's kind of cold now too. It's great. But yeah, so wilderness I assume should work. There are other things I should check for, like whether or not a block is like transparent or something, because you probably don't want to spawn in a vine or something, or on a ladder or anything. Really? But, yeah. Oh, and we also forgot to check whether or not it is within the border. So, if block bucket locate or factions is within border of the world at the location. We can actually do block.get wood. I know it seems kind of stupid, but just if it's not within the border, then we can say that. And what else did we want to do? F-fly. And then homes. So we could do fly real quick. I'm gonna make it so that you need bronze to do it, I think. Actually, no, I don't think we need to. Fly within your faction. And I almost just forgot, we can do a faction, faction by land based on the block's location. And if faction, is special faction, or actually, if it is a special faction, then we'll try it again, because we don't want a player to be landed in a safe zone or a war zone, because then it wouldn't make any sense. Well, one, safe zones are for the spawn area mostly, and if you spawn in a war zone, then you can't necessarily do anything, you're not necessarily in the wilderness. However, you will be able to spawn in other factions, but, you know, that's kind of the gist of it. I'm not entirely sure if most wilderness commands prevent people from spawning in other factions, but I mean, if you have input on that, then just let me know, and it's obviously perfectly fine. We can just check if it's in the war, if it's a wilderness area. But to fly, we need to check, because there is a /fly command built into ToxicPVP's core, and we don't want to interfere with that because it is an admin command. Now, I'm not sure if it, we can have a static list or something. Flying equals new array list. You ready? And we're actually gonna make it private, and we're gonna have a getter. Lost in our days, but we live and we pray. For lightning to strike us down with the lights and sound. We were left in haze, now we're lost and we're found. It's fucking cold, I don't wanna go outside. Shit doesn't matter 'cause I'm cold inside. Well, whoa, 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 I said let's go, whoa, whoa, whoa. And we can base this off of if flying, or flying, that can, oh my god, what is wrong today? Oh, this stuff flying that contains player.get. And so, if flying, this stuff flying that remove player.get unique ID, or else this stuff flying that add player.get unique ID. What is wrong here? Access via an instance reference. Doesn't matter, like, I want to do this. Oh. We could just do command fly. There. I just don't like that kind of stuff. It just makes me look strange. Hey. Let's boolean admin fly equals faction, or command fly dot is flying. And if they're using the /fly command, then we need to tell them to use the other, well, we need to tell them to use the /fly command. They can't use the factions command to disable it. You must use /fly to toggle admin fly. essentially another list of UID, flying, goes when you're ready list. We can do this. Thanks, Michael. Flying player and player to, or well, it needs to be the inverse, and then flying equals not flying, or the inverse of that, and that's when I realized that the other thing might not work. So this needs to be the inverse. And then we need to reset it to the other inverse, so just some like code problem. Waiting life. Player.set allow flight. Player.set flying. We can also check if the player's on the ground, because we can, if they're not on the ground, we can warn them before they do that. And force them to land on the ground, essentially. That way so they don't die of fall damage and blame us or something. Because no warranties, it's just are implied. Ground. It's a deprecated method. No idea why. It seems to work perfectly fine. Let's check. Please land on the ground. Okay. And so if flying faction command flying remove ID list. Shouldn't we also send a message, I think? Yeah, this is gonna be a mess. Essentially doing is formatting it so that it's red when you're turning off flying and green when you are flying. Flight has been. We can do turned. I'm not going to say enabled or anything. Or off. Flight has been turned on. Should be fine. Okay. Well, we can add that to the list now. Oh, we need to make it so that you can only do it in your own faction land. So yeah. We could use a player move event. I think I might already have one. I'm not entirely sure. Spawn on move. Yeah, that's like the really messy move event. Okay. So if current is not equal to null and current is member, we could have a permission to fly within factions, but I'm not sure that's going to be entirely necessary. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it won't be necessary. But yeah, so well, wait, we can do is flying. If current is not equal to null, if current is member player, and player.get allow flight, or player.is flying. So what it's essentially doing is we're going to have some really complicated check, and now it's kind of a complicated thing. Now what it's doing is we're checking if the player used /f_fly recently mind you, and we're checking if they are currently within a faction, and if that faction just so happens to be their own faction, and they aren't flying but they are in the list, so we're gonna then yeah, it will set them to be flying if they are not already flying, and they are in their own faction. However, if they are not in their own faction, and they are flying, then, yeah, they're not supposed to be flying outside of their faction. So, actually, just copy this, do it the stupid way. Oops. Okay, yeah, that should work. We can also send messages. Shouldn't be that much of an issue, I hope. Okay. So that's essentially how that works. We also need to do a quit event. That was so we remove them from the flying thing, I think. Maybe? I don't know. You can also check if they're on the ground when they spawn, and if they're not on the ground, then they are probably flying. But then again, that can lead to a false positive and allow them to fly essentially, because they could be like logging out just as they are about to jump or something, or they are jumping, or they're falling or something. So it's not really something that I want to go about doing. And plus, player data saves flying statuses, so I don't think it's really necessary at all. But yeah, I mean, this should work. I don't even remember if I added it to the list of commands. Wilderness. More factions commands, right? We also wanted homes, but I'm going to test this before we go about trying to do that, because it is an essentials thing. And I haven't built anything today, so that's probably why it's taking a little while, because nothing's cached. Come on. Freaking Core i5 is not really liking this right now. 22 seconds. Great. Anyway. ToxicPVP 1.144 megabytes. We are pretty heavy now. Restarting factions. I'm gonna go ahead and log into Minecraft. We've been streaming for about 35 minutes. Also, thank you for 115 subscribers. I just now realized that we are getting we're actually growing. I know that, and I'm not going to lie about that, so I really appreciate those who stick around. Alright, I'm hopping on now. Hoping my graphics card driver doesn't crash, because that'd be a really big shame, because I've been having just driver issues recently, and it looks like I'm seeing some artifacting. Oh god. Yep, well, that's the wrong capture. So we can move that. Add display to display 1. Oh yeah, Michael, if you don't care about whether or not I'm growing, then you can kindly leave. That or I can allow you to, myself. But, you know. You don't technically have to be here, you just decided to voluntarily show up, so, you know, not my fault. Anyway, you can restart that. And that should be the last of our graphics card driver issues. Let's go ahead, go to Premiere, Fly. Now I should fall as soon as I walk out. Or, no. Check okay, what about F wild? Error. We forgot to check if the faction is real. On line 82 of faction command wilderness. So that's my bad. So as for flying, that's actually really beyond me. It could have to do with the list. Okay, so F fly now. Oh, hey Eric. So it's not actually adding me to this list, which is kind of strange. Oh well, you should be able to. I was still referring to early access for some reason, and I think that the stream audio just died. I can't hear stream audio, so that's not good. Oh, it's there. It's just really soft. I can literally not hear it. Thought I killed that too. So if we're not flying, it'll say the inverse of what it should be. What did I do for command fly? Because I'm just gonna end up copying it anyway. It should be remove and then add, not add and then remove. Okay, so that was a pretty simple solution. Okay, and then that gets uploaded, and then I can restart. Who is this? Trusted Development Castle. I don't know if I want to open this up to the public yet. We might do like donator only, but not entirely sure I want to yet, because we kind of are not, we kind of have no perks for donators right now. The server is compatible with versions 1.7 and 1.8. 1.9, 1.10, 1.11 will not work, because we are trying to at least be catered more towards the community, and they said that they would rather have a 1.7 server, or at least keep 1.7 compatibility, and I thought, you know, I think we should keep 1.7 as a whole, because it only adds more latency if we use plugins to re-add compatibility, and, you know, a bunch of other stuff, but it's 1.7 for the most part. I'm using 1.7.10 right now. I do know that there are some bugs with 1.8 if you use it. Like, for example, the scoreboard does not have colored tab list names in the tab list up there somewhere. But, yeah. Should be able to join. F fly. Please land on the ground. Your flying powers have been disabled. I know what the problem is here. Because my laptop is still broken, I sent it in to get... But with like Windows updates, so you should be able to plug in the do you have a charger? Because usually most laptops you should be able to just plug in the computer and use it without battery. But if you don't have that either, then yeah, you're kind of screwed. The only other thing I can suggest doing is doing a teardown of the laptop and getting the hard drive and putting it into another computer. But even then, there could be driver compatibility issues and things like that. So, if I would definitely suggest that you talk with the person who's selling to you on eBay, because they should have sent it by now, and maybe ask for tracking. I don't know. Google is a friend, but not sure. I'll look into it right now, actually. So I have an upgrade advisor. This is 2013. Okay, that's for Dell. That's probably not going to help. This is all about updating the BIOS. There are ways that people have disabled it, but I'm not entirely sure. Just disabled updates in general, but I'm not entirely sure. So then what's... I'm not entirely sure what to do. So, what's wrong with the battery that eBay sent them? Unless they didn't get that either. Oh. That's kind of screwed. Do you have the model number of it? And do you have to update, or is it like not letting you use Windows, or is it just because apparently I'm assuming you need a battery for Windows Update to work? I guess. I don't. The model number is usually found on the bottom or on the underneath the battery, or where it should go or something. But no, I'm not entirely sure. That seems like pretty shady sort of business he went to. I forgot what I was doing. Oh. We don't want that. I would just strongly suggest calling ASUS yourself, because unless the battery is like soldered into everything, like a MacBook, then you're kind of, I don't know. I'm looking it up. Well, oh god, it's on the older side, so I'm not entirely sure if you got it recently or not, but if you didn't get it recently, I'm not entirely sure about your warranty. Because usually things like warranty, I imagine will be able to cover it. I mean, I would just, at this point, strongly suggest just calling support, and it doesn't look like it's that old because they're still selling it. So, I'll get you the phone number. If I could figure out how. Okay, ASUS support number. It's at, oh, great. Battery. Jeez, they're expensive. They're like $60. Did you at least get a refund on the business you went to? Oh. Yeah, the batteries are like $60. So if you didn't get a refund, well, yeah, because putting in a, well, let me see, is I think the battery, it's not user serviceable, so you'd have to send it back to ASUS unless you want to find another place to buy them and replace it for you if necessary. It's not user serviceable. Maybe you should live stream you destroying your computer. I mean, fixing it. But it's not user serviceable. That's the only problem. So even if you if you did take it apart, there's a chance that it'd be harder to put do. Yeah, and I'm looking at a video right now. It looks just based on the fact that there is no back panel in this video, you probably had to do a complete teardown. And it's by Phoenix Gaming. I don't know, I think you're kind of screwed. Unless you go back to that company. Or you can probably find another area that does it. I'm not sure, but Does Micro Center do battery replacements? No, I don't think that they do battery replacements. I think they just... I would suggest... I mean, this is something that in the long run would probably be better, since I assume it's not that in that bad of a condition. You could try selling it, but then again, it's probably not going to be a $999 like it is at retail, so I'm not entirely sure what you can do. Mac certified. You already know that something's wrong when you see that. Like, really, they can't just go to an Apple store. They will, like, if you had a problem with your Mac, you can go to an Apple store. I'm pretty sure they don't even care if you're under warranty, usually. Because most of the time, they, like, renew your warranty or something stupid. My grandmother got her, like, 3-year-old iPhone battery replaced, like, not even a month ago. Either way. I mean, it's something that we can talk about in, like, a Skype call or something. If you want, you can join. If you want, we could get in a call and you can, like, create some banter while I am frustrated trying to figure it out and figure out what's going on over here. But this should work. This better work. It's gonna work. Better work. Upload. Stop. Can Castle join factions? Yeah, set rank. Yeah, sorry, Luke, I was kinda in the middle of... It's fine. Do you want to join me a call? I'm on Discord right now, although that appears to have crashed, so that's kind of crap. My driver is, like, really trash right now. And it kind of has been. I think I need to do another Malwarebytes scan or something. Last time I did a Malwarebytes scan, I found literally 28,000 threats. And last time I actually tried to start Malwarebytes, it didn't even work because some Trojan actually prevented me from opening it. So I had to, like, do a rootkit scan before I could even do anything. So, yeah, that took like 2 days to fix, but it's almost time for a reset, and I'll show you guys why. I'll show you guys why I think I do need a reset within the next 5 minutes or something. Yeah, I have, like, no space left on my main drives. And that, or I could just get another 1 terabyte, but that costs like $60, and I'm not going to bother. And I don't even have an SSD, so it's kind of crap. I'm already gaming. I assume this is you. And it says you're online. And I was actually talking to you earlier. I sent you a friend request. I wonder if Optimus is still up. I probably crashed it. Alright. Hey.
Hello, my child.
I didn't know that you were my father. I thought that Darth Vader was my father.
No, but Steve, we were lied to you entirely.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to have to be the one to tell you that. But yeah, story time. I was scammed out of money. Almost scammed out of money.
Yeah,
Sounds like a Tanamon video.
I don't know, it sounds like a personal problem to me.
Exactly, that's why it sounds like a Tanamon video. But yeah, it was stupid. I knew from the start that there was something wrong with that.
Yeah, but the problem is that it's just not user serviceable. So like
Yeah, exactly.
it's gonna be hell to try and figure out what's going on.
Yeah. And the thing is,
I wouldn't want to tear down that laptop either because I'm perfectly fine with tearing down desktops and all that, but when it comes to laptops, there's so much stuff that you can screw up that it's almost not worth it trying to fix it yourself.
I want to get a desktop so bad.
That's why I was saying you could sell it, but it's probably not going to be worth the grand that you purchased it for if you, well, unless you purchased
I
it
actually
used.
purchased it for more.
Oh god.
Because I got it like 2 years ago, so.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
And I'm not sure if it's going to be completely desirable either because it is a fourth generation or Haswell processor, so it's kind of out of date as well. Then again, I spent almost $200 on my i5 processor alone, so you know, it's kind of, I don't know. And that was just last year, or 2 years ago almost, but you know, year and a half, give or take.
Well, what is this?
Factions.
I don't know where. Oh, okay, it makes more sense now. Okay, I was lost for a second.
Yeah, we haven't done anything yet.
No, but I spawned in and like everything was glitched out, so like chunks were missing and stuff.
Oh, yeah, it loads in a
What did you do?
I think it loads in a checkerboard pattern, usually.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I think it has to do with either 1.7 or async, but you know, because we do some special sauce stuff. Oh, I invited you to the faction, so you can just click and chat.
Oh wait, there's a.
Yeah, it's a little thing. Okay. You can also F join and then the faction name, but you know.
Yeah, I'll.
Hooray! More power, more max power.
I'll probably never be on factions again, to be honest.
My God, if you use /fwho, it's just literally spam essentially.
Wait. Oh yeah. But yeah, I hate factions still.
Well, oh, I can't really spoil it, but I'll tell you later. We're gonna
You're adding more stuff to it.
No, we're going to have different flavors of factions, and it's not in the way that you think of it. It's like a merge of different game modes to make it a little bit more interesting. Even Logan.
Was this my idea? Was this my idea? Because this sounds familiar.
What, Junara?
No. No. It was the. Did I ever tell you the factions thing?
Not sure.
I had this idea a while back of like the factions where you'd have different game modes where like it was a bidding system or a betting system, saying that you'd win a certain minigame, and if you won, then you'd get all the money in the prize pool.
Never heard of it, so.
Okay,
anyway,
well,
it's not necessarily copyright either, so,
Wait, was that the idea that you were going for, though?
Oh, no, not at all.
Oh, okay.
So, but then again, it's not copyright, so, hoo-hoo.
You've got a new idea.
Yeah.
Forget that old one.
I did this. So...
Hey, you got it on stream, you can't do anything now.
Bringing you home. Yeah, if you want, you can use F-home. I can also promote you to officer, but I don't know if I trust you. No.
Wait, so is this all, custom generated?
For...
like, is the map custom generated?
It uses Epic World Generator. It's slightly out of date, but, yeah, it's kind of too late to update the world now, so...
I mean, you could just save the spawn as a schematic and then change it.
Yeah, but, like, we're already starting a base for Toxic. And now it just opened up...
Factions isn't even out, though, is it?
It's in trusted development, meaning only trusted players can join.
Oh, in that case, I mean, in that case, just reset it, I'd say.
Well, yeah, I assume so. There's only one person watching.
Yeah.
I just opened Logan's chest on stream, even though it says, do not open, do not open, do not open.
Nice.
But I'm at the F home if you want to know.
Alright, I'm heading there now. Uh, Z, I thought that I didn't know anything about factions. Why is this above ground?
Why is what? What?
Why is this above ground?
Oh, because it would be easier to do, and we can also just. I want to have like a castle, man.
Uh,
um,
wait, so this is the end of the world right here?
yeah.
Okay, so no one can go any further than that?
Nope.
Okay. Alright, so maybe it wasn't that bad of a choice, I guess.
Yeah, we're also going to eventually move over to what is it? A custom world border rather than relying on the world border plugin. So eventually that'll be done. But yeah. Oh, and F wild. Let's see if I die. You're now being teleported. 3, 2, 1. I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying. GM.
I'm trying.
No, I died.
I'm trying it.
I don't think it worked.
Yeah, I don't think it worked either. I'm kind of.
So yeah, don't use F. Oh my God, Michael. Well, there's Kit Alpha, so at least you didn't use it yet.
Kit
Alpha.
Kit Alpha.
So you get a preview.
Boy, that's a big kit. Okay, that gives you a lot of stuff. Alright.
Yep. So, yeah, we just have, like, previews and stuff. It's just absolutely ridiculous. You can use this kit in 24 hours. That's nice. So, I guess I can't die.
Slightly OP, but okay. I like it.
It's
I like it being OP.
It's not OP.
I mean, diamond armor and stuff, yeah.
Well, it doesn't have any protection or anything. It's not necessarily OP. But then we're also going to have a starter kit, which is the default, eventually. And what that'll give you is, like, iron armor. And then we'll go into, like, diamond for donators. And eventually alpha will just be removed, so you'd be special if you had it.
Yeah. So, who's building the spawns so far?
Oh, I did. You can probably tell.
Oh. Hey, I mean, it doesn't look that bad for you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Nothing at all. I mean, basically the only thing that I can see along this wall that needs to change is, like, more depth in the design, but other than that, it looks good.
It was uneven, if you couldn't already tell.
I think just about anything you build is, so...
It was one block uneven, and unfortunately it's on the borders of everything. Like, I don't even know why it's uneven. It's literally perfect 16 by 16 chunks, but somehow it managed to be uneven. Okay, so I guess I should work on...
Oh, that reminds me, I'm supposed to be building something, I forgot completely.
Oh, this is the war zone, hey.
Howdy.
No,
Howdy.
no.
Oh, no, I can't.
Wait, you can
I can. I can. Oh, no, I just got one of those lag spikes I was talking about. There we go.
You killed me with an alpha sword. Give me back my stuff.
Oh, yeah, I actually did for you, okay.
I know exactly what I had. I had the kit.
Yeah. I'm just cutting everything in half right now.
What?
Okay, there's that.
Oh.
Alright.
Damn it, Michael.
That should be everything.
3, 4. Yeah, just about. Oh, you gave me back my obsidian, too.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Oh, I need to give you this.
Oh, thanks, man.
And then half the steak.
Oh, thanks. You just gave me all your steak.
I gave you half of it.
Why?
Because I thought that you had half of it.
No. I had one stack. Nah, thanks, man.
Well then.
You have 6 hearts. Why are you or you have 3 hearts. Why are you doing this?
Yeah. I mean, I would say I could help on the spawn, but, you know, I'm kind of lazy.
Yeah, And we don't need your sympathy or empathy or whatever the thee is.
But yeah, I mean, it doesn't look too bad on the bottom floor so far. I mean, just add stuff and then it's good.
That's the first compliment I've ever gotten on any of my builds. Oh, I found a village.
I'm disappointed in this one spot though.
I think I should claim this village.
No, I don't like this. Z, I don't like this. Nope, not okay. Not okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, one of the things that spawned. It's just weird. Confirm. Okay, so.
Give me a minute. 5
in
seconds.
5 seconds.
Okay. Oh, that. Yeah, cool.
Whatever. Okay, so this right here, it's against a wall and it's a pillar. I don't like it.
It's a pillar and a wall.
It's a pillar right against a wall. I don't like
it. It's a pillar and a wall. What's wrong with that? Okay. You know what, Michael? F admin. Let's do this. Toggle.
Oh boy. I don't have access.
No, really. How about this, Michael? How about this? Oh god, now you can see through the glass. Never mind, I didn't do that.
No. Here, give me access real quick.
That's like a death wish right there.
You can trust me.
I don't think I can.
No, you can. You can, trust me.
There.
Are you kidding me? No, I don't want... No, I can't update, so shut up. We'll update next Friday.
Why can't you update?
No, remember what I was telling you?
Yeah, but you should be able to update over plug in.
No, it still says no. Because what's happening is my battery is literally like always at 0.
What was wrong with your battery in the first place?
My battery just died. It's broken.
Sounds like a pretty good battery.
It lasted 2 years. I'm not too disappointed in it.
My HP battery from 2013 still lives.
What?
My HP battery from 2013 still lives.
Yeah, my other computer has a battery from...
My MacBook Pro from 2007 still lives. I mean, no.
My battery for my Asus A55 still works, and it's from like 2011. Oh. So, you know.
My battery that doesn't exist in my desktop still exists.
Shut up. I want a desktop.
Build one. They're cheaper.
It's like $600 for a good laptop out, or a good desktop that way, right?
For good? I don't know, that's kind of lower end, but like mid-range would probably at least like be a grand, I'd say. Like, then again, I chose the most unrational parts ever. Like, my motherboard was made for processors that are overclockable, and I bought a processor that was not overclockable. So I could have spent the extra $30, but no, I couldn't.
I want one of those desktops like what PewDiePie has. You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen that one?
I haven't, I don't think.
Alright, so basically, so you know his channel design, right? The like kind of trippy design.
His channel, maybe. I haven't seen his channel in like years.
It's the psychedelic design.
I'm taking a look now. Oh god, that's beautiful, great. Yeah. PewDiePie.
Okay, so yeah. But so what he did was he got a computer from Main Gear. The entire outside of it is painted that way. And so it looks really cool. And then on the inside he has like lights and stuff, LEDs. It looks awesome. And then on top of that he has 2 Titan X's.
He has 2 what?
2 Titan X's graphics cards.
Yeah, that'd cost you like over $2 grand.
No, for his computer it's only like 1,100. Not counting monitors and stuff.
Are you sure you're not talking about 11,000?
No,
like the Titan X's alone cost like $1 grand each.
I know they're expensive, but here I'll. Well, I don't know if it's exactly the same model. It should be. It's advertised as his computer on Mango's site.
I don't know, because, like, you could paint it yourself, but I doubt that they'll do it for you. Not sure.
No, the painting they don't actually do on the regular ones because the painting takes a while.
Yeah,
For
I
them
know,
to
it
do.
was a sponsored thing, probably.
No, they will paint it, but like it's expensive and it takes a while to do.
Well, you could just be a cheap guy and, like, just have a box where you put all your computer parts on and just have a box of computer parts.
Uh, that would be awful. That would be
You have
bad.
a cardboard box as a computer. That's actually not that bad. That's actually pretty interesting. What if you made a case out of cardboard?
Okay, I believe that this is the one. Here, I'm sending it to you.
I mean, my case is about as crap as cardboard, so I mean, it's like the same thing, right?
Oh, wait, no, that's on Skype.
I don't have
Here, I'm
Skype
sending it.
open. I kind
I'm
of
sending
stopped
it on
using
Discord.
Skype.
Yeah, I don't like you. Basically, everyone stopped using Skype, and I hate it. Because Skype is the only good one, honestly. Let's see, here, let me see if I can find the actual.
Well,
That
if you're
might
not
be it.
intelligent, okay, no, I'm just kidding. But if you're not going to be able, if you can't build a computer, then who's to say that you're scared enough to open up the case if you bought a pre-built?
What?
If you're too scared to build your own computer, though, what would you do if you had to open up your computer?
Oh no, I'm not too scared to build my own. Like, it's just that I would love to build my own. Building my own would be great.
Oh, tech specs. Thank you, main gear. I've never X99.
But you see the computer,
X99.
right?
What is this? Like 20 years ago? Oh wait, never mind.
Do you see the computer?
Yeah, I see it. I'm just looking at the specs. 6950X. That's like $1,000 CPU right there.
Uh-huh. It's insane.
Up to 4 Titan X's.
Uh-huh. I know that his actually had two. I'm pretty sure.
Even if you had 4 Titan X's, that'd be pretty crap because there'd be micro stuttering.
What?
If you have too many graphics cards, usually more high power ones, then it could cause a lot of problems, especially because if you have them all right next to each other, it's going to cause heating issues and things like that.
No, that's why they have the cooling thing.
Well, yeah, if it's water cooled, then there's not going to be a problem. But there is one video by Linus Tech Tips called The Compensator, and he literally put 4 Titan X's in right next to each other with like a 5960X, and they had like the worst experience ever, even though it costs like over $5,000 or something.
Uh-huh.
Closed loop. Oh, it's all water cooling.
Yeah,
80
that's what I'm
pounds
saying.
for a computer? Jeez, man. Like,
Wait, what?
it's 80 pounds for the average weight.
I know. It's so
Like,
it's so heavy.
like mine is like maybe 30 pounds at the very most. Oh my god, he's trying to kill me.
Like everything about it is so overpowered.
No, really. Try Ken Castle join. I updated his rank to trusted. I mean, my computer is slightly out of date, and I chose like really bad parts. But I mean, I could try to make you something. But oh, look, I already had a computer made, or a computer part list already here, and it has a 6600K i5. Which,
i5?
yeah, it's
Ew.
overclockable though, and
No,
it's
i7.
only $200.
i7.
Then you're willing to spend like $200 more. Oh.
Oh.
It has a 212 EVO, so it is air cooled, but it's a good value card. It has a B150. I think I need to change that to like a Z series board though, so you can overclock it. I have like some $100 DDR4 memory. Like, memory is really expensive.
Yeah,
a
really.
120 SanDisk solid state drive.
Oh, that reminds me. On that one computer, it has like it has a terabyte
Solid state drive.
solid state. Actually, no, I think it has 2 terabyte solid states.
Holy crap. That,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Another
insane.
thing is that I never had an SSD in any computers, so it's not like it wasn't. It was not necessarily desirable to me. So I stuck with 1 terabyte hard drive.
Mine has a solid state, just it's not all that big.
And then there's Windows
Oh.
10 Pro for $140. Like, kill myself. I would just pirate it. I mean, oh, I didn't say that.
Windows 10 is just kind of messing stuff up now at this point.
Windows, I only use it for tablet, for my tablet. That's
No,
about
I use it and I like it. It's just with some of their new updates that they're trying to push, it's just dumb.
it.
Did
Well,
you
it's
see the
not really
security
good when you
one?
have a 32 gig tablet and they're trying to push down updates to your machine. So, you know,
Did you see the security update that they're trying to push?
you mean privacy update, more or less?
It's like Windows 10s. Windows 10s.
Oh, yeah. That's
It's
a
so
thing.
dumb. It's so dumb. Like, that's the death of Steam and everything like that. I mean, the only place that I can see it actually working well is like in a school.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. Um, let me think why this guy can't join.
Did he try disconnecting and reconnecting? Because that might be necessary.
No, it's Z permissions is not allowing him to join. Did I
No,
say?
that's why I'm saying he might need to disconnect and reconnect so
No,
that
Z
he can.
permissions doesn't handle it. It handles based on cache. It caches everything.
Yeah, wouldn't that require it?
Set or no, it caches like ranks after they join, or it caches it from the database.
That's what I'm saying. He changed his rank, so wouldn't he have to?
No, he can rejoin. I'm saying the server still thinks that he's a member.
Yeah, which is why I'm saying for him to rejoin, and then
He did.
that might
It's
fix it.
just that
Oh,
each server caches differently because it saves it in there that way, so it doesn't have to fetch it every time you join.
okay.
Then again, I didn't make the permissions plugin, although I would modify it to allow that. But you know, I forget his name. Um,
I forget his
damage.
name.
What was his using? His full using? Okay, I'm out of coffee.
Coffee is, yeah.
You have to
You.
put creamer in it or sugar and milk.
Way too much sugar, and then it's good.
I usually put 2 teaspoons if I'm
I
left
put
with no other
or
option.
whenever for me to like coffee, I have to put in way more than is healthy.
I just
Like
pour
the
like
last
I
time,
just dump a bunch of like coffee mate in it.
the last time that I actually enjoyed coffee, I put in like 4 or 5 sugar cubes.
Cubes.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm not kidding. Like it was back when I was in like 5th grade, and then since then I have just hated coffee.
Last time I enjoyed coffee was this morning,
Mm,
meaning an hour ago.
yeah. You know what is good though? Hot chocolate. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to kind of give you a
I
topic to talk about, but never mind.
I
Okay.
I have a build list. You can take a look at it. Although if then again, this is a build I made for someone else, and he just wanted a decent computer. And what he did ended up doing, I actually no, he's at a party today, but he got he ended up not going a custom route, and he spent like $1,100 on like a 1070 GTX 1070, an overclockable i5 I think, and like an ultra wide monitor or something. It was actually not that bad.
If I were to get a monitor, like if I were getting a monitor for a desktop, I'd want to go for a curved monitor probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to get one now, honestly, but they're just like so expensive.
Well, I'm still using. My Okay. Well, what I have is two Acer monitors. They're actually the exact same ones in that part list. The first one I got was when I actually got the computer. That was like $99. Then they dropped the price to like 89, and I got a second one. But essentially, it's like a 32 by 9 aspect ratio if I turn on like iFinity or whatever it's called in the AMD settings. So I can essentially, yeah, have that. But the only problem with it is if I do turn on like iFinity, then I have those bezels down the middle. So that's the only con, but I end up just using it as like two screens anyway.
Yeah. I need to get a job so that I can get a new computer.
Well, I'm not 16 yet, so that's not
Wait,
gonna
you're
work.
not?
Nope,
I thought that you were.
nope.
What?
I'm 15.
I would get a job over the summer. Just I'm not going to be home at all, so I can't really.
Apparently, McDonald's allows like 14-year-olds, although I'm pretty sure
Mm.
it's like unpaid. And either way, that's like child labor at that point.
I was about to say I think that's illegal.
I think. No, I don't. As long as like it's not going against like harsh or cruel punishment or something. And again, it's
But
not
yeah,
North Korea, so I don't know.
but yeah, I would get one, but like I'm literally going to be gone for a month out of the summer, so.
So yeah, it's not going to be necessarily worth it.
Uh-huh.
The computer that I have isn't
I should
bad.
get a job at GameStop.
No, I think you need to be 18 or something.
What you do?
Yeah, and I was going to
That's
suggest
trash.
Quick Check, but that's like New Jersey and New York thing. So,
I'm trying to think what else. I know that there's a lot of people really like working for what's the company name? A lot of people at like my school and everything work at like Table Takeout or something like that.
never heard of it. Is it a
And
brand? Is it a
I think it's
branch?
like a local thing, and it's basically like you can call for a certain order at basically any place, and then people will deliver it to you. So like it's basically delivery for places that don't deliver.
Oh, so like they go to some store and pick up what you want, and then they drop it off.
Yeah, and then they bring it back to you.
Yeah, but you need a car.
But, yeah, exactly, which is my issue because
Yeah, you
wow, I'm
need a job to
16.
get a car to get a job.
Yeah, I'm 16. I just need a few more hours to be able to get my license.
Go to Uber. No, just use Uber for everything. You're not even driving around.
Oh no, actually, we were on a college trip as a 10th grade class, and it was hilarious. So we wanted to get donuts.
Donuts.
So there was a crispy. Why can I not speak? A Krispy Kreme right down the street, and so we wanted to go get those donuts, but our teacher wouldn't let us take the bus. So what we did was we called an Uber. We gave him money, and then he went to go get us our donuts and then come back.
That's it.
Yeah, we literally just paid a guy from Uber to go get our donuts.
Oh, God damn it,
It was
Michael.
pretty great. It was pretty great. And then
What did the teacher
apparently,
say?
what?
What did the teacher say?
Oh no, the teacher was fine with it. It was just that he didn't want to drive.
Oh.
Yeah, because it was like really late and like we were literally supposed to be going back to our hotel rooms like at that point. So we just said, okay, we'll just call an Uber. We get a free ride, so who cares? But we got like 5 dozen.
Oh my God. Who eats 60? What did you feed the whole dorm?
It was for the full grade, all 30 of us.
30. Oh my
I paid like $10 and I got 1 donut.
God. In Bound Brook, which is may or may not be near where I live. There's a Dunkin' Donuts, and I literally saw a police SUV just standing outside of it.
Mhm.
It happened once earlier in the year, and I've just been waiting. And every time we go past it on the school bus to my shared time school, I literally just look at the Dunkin' Donuts and see if there's any police cars there.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I love it. I live like right down the street from Dunkin' Donuts, so it's like on the way to school and everything. So some mornings I'll just eat there for breakfast. It's great. It's amazing.
Let's see if I have space on my cup holder. Okay. I really kind of think I should dump out this like flat coffee, but I kind of am too lazy to walk away. So we'll see. We'll do it later.
True.
All right. So anyway, um, what was I supposed to do?
I think something about coffee.
Oh no, I meant like in terms of development.
I have
I
no
was supposed.
clue.
I'm not gonna fix F Wild because that's like annoying. I'm probably gonna end up doing it on like a test environment that way so I don't lose my stuff again. Because I had like 2 sacks of cobble in my inventory. But I
Yeah,
was. Don't hit me.
you might want to fix that.
Okay, fine.
Hit each other in the lobby.
Cancel damage.
Or in the spawn.
Faction equals factions dot or no, just get faction by land event dot get locate no player dot get location.
Outlast 2 got an update. I need to play that.
Huh?
I'm going to be streaming Outlast again today. I'm so excited.
I haven't been paying attention to your channel. Rip.
Yeah, well, I hate you. No, but I've been streaming Outlast 2. You were there for the Outlast streams, right?
I may or may not have tuned in like once or twice, but although I can't really remember.
Yeah, I think I remember you being there. But yeah, those were like the best streams on my channel. So now I'm doing Outlast 2. I'm not getting quite as many views. I'm getting more views on Zelda Skyward Sword. But it's so much fun to play Outlast.
Hmm.
I got a donation the other day.
Well, that's good at least.
It was $2 and it was from someone at my school. He
Safe.
said, "Here, buy a cinnamon roll for lunch." And then I realized, oh wait, no, PayPal took like 30 cents of it, so I can't buy that cinnamon roll. Dang it.
Alright, so if it's a safe zone, then we're just going to stop the damage. If it's not in a faction or if it's a war zone, then oh wait. If faction dot is member. Oh crap! I need to do some special stuff. Oh, if event instance of entity damage by entity event and
While we're talking, I'm going to be playing some Black Ops 3. Because why not? Wait, who has Black Ops? Oh, Mason's on, but yeah. No one else new has it. Yeah. I haven't like been on my computer to actually here, let me double check. Can you hear me? Here, you muted. Alright, just making sure because you know, issues.
yeah, I know we all have them.
Uh
If
let's
member.
see if I can actually get in a core game today where I can actually do decent. I was getting so annoyed yesterday because no one plays Black Ops 3 hardcore anymore. It used to be so popular, but no one plays it anymore. And so I just randomly started playing yesterday, and I was so annoyed because I had to play core, and everyone just murdered me off spawn because I'm used to the style for hardcore instead.
Hmm. Oh, and faction equals get faction by player. Okay, play.
Let's try free for all instead of team deathmatch.
I'm just making this thing a thing.
You're a thing.
This will never be the case.
That's a thing. Wait, DLC? I've got DLC things. I've got deathmatch. Oh, gun games are bonus things. Alright, we'll play free for all.
So, essentially what I'm trying to do is, if you're in a safe zone, it will prevent you from hitting each other, or getting damaged at all. If you're in a war zone, then you will be damaged, no matter what.
Yeah.
So that you can still fight with your faction members if you choose to have like an organized fight. But if you are not in a war zone, then it will rely on whether or not your faction. Oh wait. It will.
Oh wait.
Faction is not equal to null, and okay. So what it's going to do is, if you're fighting another member of your faction, then and you're not in a war zone, then it will cancel it. Otherwise, it won't cancel it, and it'll just go back to default stuff.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so cancel targeting. It's like zombies.
Exodus. Oh, you know what I was watching last night? Attack of the Clones.
Oh.
It was painful. Though I will say that movie has my favorite effect in all of Star Wars. You know that one scene, you watch Star Wars, right?
I don't.
I am ashamed of you. I am ashamed of you. You need to watch Star Wars. See? I can't believe you. Okay?
Alright, well, I actually have to go.
Oh, okay. Well, where do you need to go watch Star Wars? Because otherwise, I don't care.
Anyway.
Oh no. Yeah, we've got the campers.
Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video or the stream, be sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and I'll talk to y'all later.